Going on? Let's make a little video here. I've been messing around. Did a few things. I get these straps back here, pulling it tight, the two frame rails together. Let me get around here. So it's flat up against the tube all the way around, because there was a little bit of a tweaker to it. So now it's straight, and I got it all tight, so when I weld it, everything's good. I got this bar up in here. Let's see if I can get a shadow. Got that bar up there, and what I did was I took a nut and a bolt on each side. I spaced it out, and I used it to, well, center it for one, and I also used it to push out on these a little bit, just to give them a little tweaker so they straighten out. So I'm just gonna box them in, cut some metal, box around them. That'll be fine. They line right up where the shocks are supposed to go, so that'll work. And I got these mounts. I cut them off the other frame, so I gotta get those attached. And just little things I'm doing. I got the whole frame mounted to the car. It's nice and straight. All the holes lined up nice. And then after I got the front frame lined up, what I did was, started lining up the back frame. So I got these mounts in here too. They get some mounts bolted down. So it's mounted in the back on the bushings. It's hard to see. But yeah, I got the bushings back there. Everything's lining up nice. These are lining up good too. Right up with the wheelhouse right here. Right up with the wheelhouse on both sides, nice and even. So I'm just trying to make sure everything's nice and straight before I start burning stuff in, But yeah, I don't know if you can see it there, but yeah, they straightened out nice. They look good. I got another thing I'm working on here too. The shanty pipe right here. My brother got that. Him and his wife, they buy those, what do they call them? Storage units. Like Storage Wars, But that used to be a stripper pole. And he gave it to me. He's like, "Hey, you want this?" I'm like, "Hey, whatever." He's like, "Yeah, you can use it for your car." I'm like, "Whatever." But then I'm looking at it, and in the middle, I had this pipe, because it was heavy, man. See, I got the pipe right up here fitted. So that was inside. Fits perfectly. Slides right in this pipe here. And I'm just gonna, I got some bolts. These aren't big enough. I need longer ones. But I'm gonna weld some nuts on the inside, and I'm gonna bolt it on both sides. But before I put it back on to bolt it, I'm gonna slide this stainless steel. I think it's 304 stainless. It's not magnetic, but it's tough. I know that. I'm just gonna cut it to the right length, slide it over this pipe before I bolt it in, and have a nice shiny bar up front. Why not? Just something stupid I'm doing, but that's also helping to keep this frame straight here too, because these two frame rails got to be even, straight, so the motor mounts line up and everything. So that extra bar will help. This helps too. This helps keeps the frame nice and everything even. But yeah, so I'm working on. Another thing, I got another idea I'm doing here. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. So I got this. I'm gonna take these bad boys. I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna put them like right in the back, but I'm gonna mount my springs on the inside. And wherever that goes, it's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna bolt it or weld it. Probably get some of those riv nuts and bolt it in. Try those out. But I don't know if I can weld this or not. I'm not sure what kind of material this is. But yeah, let's put those up in there for my spring hangers. I got to do the front still. I still got the old spring hangers that were on the outside. I just got to line them up where they go because they still got where I cut them off right here. So I can just place them there and then just line the hole up, drill the holes, and go from there because that's where I'll hang the springs. Because I priced out springs and I priced out ladder bars. And it's just cheaper to go with springs. You know, it'd be a lot easier. And I'll mount the springs on the inside of the frame. And that'll give me plenty of clearance for the tires and everything. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Again, it's nice and straight. Everything's lining up. I just did little things here today trying to line things up. Like that helped out, this bar. And putting those little nuts in there. They're not super tight, but they're just pushing out a little bit just to help get it, you know, like straight, you know. Because they're kind of a little bit of a little bit, you know what I mean? So I just kind of pushed them out a little bit. And that worked great, you know. And this is holding this back here nice and flat against the pipe, so everything's square. So yeah, it's working out. But that's what we're doing over here. So maybe next weekend, maybe I'll start welding some stuff. I don't know. Just want to make sure everything's right before I do that. I also got to work on these kingpins for the front axle too. I realized when I got the steering box out and I tried turning it by hand, they're kind of stiff, so they're binding up. So the steering was kind of stiff, so I want to do that, just make it easier to push this piece of crap around, you know. But that's how it's looking. I can get a little back here there, a little back. Yeah, they look nice. You know, they line up good. The easiest, it was just easier for me. I just put the car back down in the frame. I lined up the whole front part, the way it lines up, everything's straight. And then lining up with the radiator support up front, everything's straight, everything's centered. And then I just went to the back and said, all right, let's line this up. And yeah, it just bang, went right in, you know. Everything's straightened out, everything looks good. So there we go. Everybody have a good New Year's Eve or New Year's night or New Year's whatever you're doing. Take it easy.